Hey Gemini, I just finished doing this reading, and I need to share what came through because honestly, the energy here is really specific and quite interesting. So let me just get comfortable here with my cards and walk you through what I am seeing for you right now. I want to start by saying that this reading has a very particular message about someone in your life and their intentions towards you. The main theme that kept coming through as I shuffled was about patience, about allowing someone else to make their move, and about trusting that things are unfolding exactly as they need to. So let me pull these cards and see what story they want to tell us today. Alright, the first card I am pulling is the Page of Cups. Now this is really interesting because pages in tarot represent messages, new beginnings in the emotional realm, and often a younger energy or someone who is approaching a situation with a fresh, sincere perspective. When I see the Page of Cups come out first, I immediately think about emotional communication that is brewing. This is someone who has feelings they want to express, but there is this quality of innocence or nervousness about how they are going to do it. The Page of Cups shows me that this person in question, and I feel very strongly this is a masculine energy based on what is coming through, is in a space where they are crafting their approach to you. Think about a page in medieval times, someone who is learning, who is preparing, who is getting ready to deliver an important message to royalty. That is the energy here. This person sees you as someone valuable, someone worth taking time to approach correctly. They are not rushing in carelessly because what they want to say matters to them. What I find really fascinating about this card is the emotional sincerity attached to it. The Page of Cups does not play games. This is not someone who is manipulating or trying to use tactics on you. The cup this page holds represents genuine feelings, and the fish jumping out of the cup symbolizes something unexpected emerging from the emotional depths. This person might surprise themselves with how much they actually feel for you. They might have started out thinking one thing, and now they are realizing their emotions are deeper than they anticipated. I am also getting that this person might be someone who does not usually express vulnerability easily. The page energy suggests they are learning how to do this, practicing what they might say to you. They could be the type who is more action-oriented or logical in their usual approach to life. So being in this emotional space is somewhat new territory for them. But here is what matters, Gemini. They are willing to step into that uncomfortable space because of what they feel for you. That takes courage, and it tells me their feelings are legitimate. The timing element of the Page of Cups is also significant. Pages represent the beginning stages of something, the initial movement. So this is not about something that is going to happen far in the future. This is about something that is in the preparatory stage right now. Today, this week, this person is in the mental and emotional space of getting ready to act. They are gathering their courage, choosing their words, waiting for the right moment. And the message from the cards is clear. You do not need to force anything or make the first move here. Let this unfold naturally. Moving on to my second card, I drew the Six of Pentacles. Oh, this card adds such an interesting layer to the reading because it is all about giving and receiving, about balance in exchanges, and about generosity of spirit. When the Six of Pentacles appears in a love reading, it often indicates someone who wants to give to you, someone who sees value in investing their time, energy, or resources into building something with you. The imagery of the Six of Pentacles traditionally shows a wealthy figure distributing coins to those in need, but in the context of relationships, I interpret this differently. This is not about charity or inequality. Instead, I see this as someone who has reached a point in their life where they have something to offer and they specifically want to offer it to you. They might be in a better place financially, emotionally, or mentally than they were before, and now they feel ready to share that stability with someone else. What stands out to me is that this person sees a relationship with you as an investment worth making. They are not looking at this as a casual thing or a temporary situation. The Six of Pentacles represents thoughtful giving, planned generosity. This person is thinking about what they can bring to your life. They might be considering how they can make your life better, easier, or more enjoyable. They are thinking about the practical aspects of being together, not just the romantic feelings. For you as a Gemini, I know you value mental stimulation and freedom, but you also appreciate when someone shows up for you in tangible ways. This person seems to understand that. They are not just going to offer you pretty words or grand emotional gestures without substance behind them. The Six of Pentacles tells me they want to demonstrate their intentions through actions. They want to prove themselves reliable and generous. There is also an element here about reciprocity. The Six of Pentacles is balanced, with the scales shown in the traditional imagery. This person does not want a one-sided dynamic. They want to give to you, yes, but they also trust that you will give back in your own way. They see the potential for a balanced exchange between you two. They recognize that you have a lot to offer as well, and they value that. This is not someone who wants to control you through giving or create an unequal power dynamic. They simply want to contribute positively to your life while allowing you to do the same for them. The third card I pulled is Seven of Wands, and this is where the reading gets really interesting because this card is about defense, standing your ground, and protecting what matters to you. When I see the Seven of Wands in this context, it tells me that this person has had to defend their position or their feelings in some way. There might be external opposition to them pursuing something with you, or they might be dealing with their own internal resistance. The Seven of Wands shows someone standing on higher ground, holding off 6 other wands that are challenging them from below. This creates a picture for me of someone who is dealing with obstacles but is determined to maintain their position. In terms of your situation, Gemini, this could mean several things. This person might have other people in their life questioning why they are interested in you. Maybe friends or family have opinions. Or perhaps they are in a situation where pursuing you requires them to make some difficult choices or changes in their life. But here is what I really want you to understand about the Seven of Wands. This card shows someone who is willing to fight for what they want. They are not backing down despite the challenges. The person in the Seven of Wands looks determined and strong. They have the high ground, which means they have the advantage even though they are being challenged. This person believes that what they feel for you is worth defending, worth the effort, worth the complications. I am also sensing that this person has been through some experiences that have made them more cautious or defensive in general. They might have been hurt before, or they might have had to protect themselves emotionally in the past. So their approach to you is not going to be completely unguarded and carefree. They are going to be somewhat protective of themselves even as they move forward. But the important thing is that they are moving forward. The Seven of Wands is an action card. It shows someone actively engaged in the situation, not running away from it. For you, Gemini, this card is actually quite positive because it shows you that this person is serious. Someone who is willing to stand up against opposition or work through challenges to be with you is someone whose feelings run deep. This is not a person who will disappear at the first sign of difficulty. They have staying power and determination. They know what they want and they are preparing to claim it. Now the fourth card, and this one really ties things together beautifully, is the Eight of Swords. When I first saw this card appear, I have to admit I took a moment to really tune into what it was saying, because the Eight of Swords can seem like a difficult card at first glance. It typically shows a figure blindfolded and bound, surrounded by swords, appearing trapped. But in this reading, the Eight of Swords is showing me something very specific about this person's mental state. This person has been feeling stuck when it comes to expressing their feelings to you. They have been trapped by their own thoughts, their own fears, their own mental barriers. The Eight of Swords is almost always about self-imposed limitation. The bindings are loose, the blindfold could be removed, there is actually a clear path forward, but the person cannot see it because they are too caught up in their own perception of being trapped. What this tells me is that this person has been overthinking the situation with you. They have been creating scenarios in their mind, worrying about outcomes, building up the interaction into something bigger and more frightening than it needs to be. They might be telling themselves stories about why they cannot approach you, why it would not work, why you might reject them, why the timing is wrong. The swords surrounding them represent all these thoughts, these mental constructs that are keeping them immobilized. But here is the really important message of the Eight of Swords in this position. This card appears when someone is on the verge of freeing themselves. The very fact that this card showed up in your reading means that this person is becoming aware of their self-imposed prison. They are starting to realize that the only thing holding them back is their own mind. And once someone recognizes that their limitations are self-created, they are already halfway to breaking free. I am seeing that something is shifting for this person mentally and emotionally. Whatever has been holding them back, whatever fears or doubts they have been wrestling with, they are working through them. The Eight of Swords suggests a breakthrough is coming. This person is going to remove their own blindfold, untie their own hands, and step forward. And when they do, they are going to realize that the path to you was clear all along. For you, Gemini, this explains why you might have felt some confusion about this person's intentions or their hesitation. It was not about their lack of feelings for you, it was about their own internal struggle. But that struggle is resolving itself. They are finding their clarity and their courage. Let me pull the fifth card now, and I got the Ace of Cups. Oh, Gemini, when an ace appears in a reading, you know the universe is emphasizing something significant. Aces are about new beginnings, pure potential, and the seed of something being planted. The Ace of Cups specifically is the card of new emotional beginnings, new love, emotional fulfillment, and the opening of the heart. This card is absolutely beautiful in this reading because it confirms what I have been sensing throughout. This person is approaching a new beginning with you emotionally. The Ace of Cups represents the offer of love, the extension of genuine feeling, the opening of emotional possibility. When I see this card, I see a cup overflowing with water, often with a dove descending, symbolizing pure emotional truth and spiritual connection. This is not a superficial attraction or a passing interest. The Ace of Cups represents the real thing, the genuine article. This person's feelings for you are coming from an authentic place in their heart. They are feeling something pure and new with you, something that feels like a fresh start for them emotionally. Even if they have been in relationships before, what they feel for you has a quality of newness to it, like they are experiencing certain emotions for the first time, or in a new way. What I love about the Ace of Cups in your reading is that it promises emotional reciprocity and fulfillment. This is not going to be one person giving while the other takes. The Ace of Cups is about mutual emotional satisfaction, about both people having their emotional needs met. This person is not only ready to give love but also ready to receive it. They want to create something meaningful with you where both of you feel nourished and fulfilled. The timing of the Ace also speaks to newness and beginning. This is about something that is starting now or very soon. All the preparation, all the internal work, all the hesitation is leading to this new beginning. The Ace of Cups is the universe saying, yes, this is happening. This emotional door is opening. And it is going to be good for both of you. I am also getting a strong sense of emotional healing with this card. The Ace of Cups can indicate that this connection will be healing for both you and this person. Whatever wounds either of you have been carrying from past relationships or experiences, this new beginning offers an opportunity to experience something healthier, more balanced, and more genuinely loving. The sixth card in your spread is the Knight of Cups. And I actually got very excited when I saw this, because the Knight of Cups is literally the card of romantic pursuit and emotional action. Knights are movers, they are the action takers of the tarot, and the Knight of Cups specifically is all about moving forward with emotional intentions. This is the classic romantic, the person who is ready to express their feelings and pursue what their heart wants. When I look at the Knight of Cups, I see someone on a horse, holding a cup carefully as they ride forward. They are not rushing recklessly, but they are definitely in motion. They have a destination in mind, and that destination is you, Gemini. This card is confirming everything we have been seeing in this reading. This person is preparing to make their move, to approach you, to express what they have been feeling. The Knight of Cups is often associated with proposals, romantic gestures, and heartfelt confessions. This person is going to come to you with their feelings. They are going to be clear about what they want. The energy of this card is gentle but determined, romantic but sincere. This is not someone who is going to play it cool or keep you guessing. When they come forward, they are going to wear their heart on their sleeve. What I find really beautiful about the Knight of Cups is the quality of idealism and sincerity it carries. This person sees something special in you. They have put you on something of a pedestal, not in an unhealthy way, but in the sense that they genuinely admire you and think highly of you. They see your best qualities clearly, and they are drawn to them. The Knight of Cups is a dreamer and a romantic at heart. So this person might have been daydreaming about you, imagining scenarios with you, thinking about what could be. Now, I do want to mention that Knights can sometimes indicate someone whose emotions run ahead of their practical thinking. This person might be feeling things very intensely, and that intensity could make them a bit nervous about how to approach you. But the beautiful thing about the Knight of Cups is that even though they feel deeply, they express those feelings in a respectful and honorable way. This is not someone who will overwhelm you or pressure you. They will offer their feelings and let you decide how to respond. The Knight of Cups also tells me about timing. Knights move faster than pages, but they are not as instant as aces. So we are looking at movement that is happening soon, probably within the next couple weeks. This person is in motion towards you right now. They might be working up their courage, finding the right words, waiting for the right opportunity to have a conversation with you. But make no mistake, they are coming. The seventh card I pulled is the Six of Swords. And this card adds another important dimension to understanding what is happening with this person. The Six of Swords is a card of transition, of moving from troubled waters to calmer ones, of leaving behind what no longer serves you and moving towards something better. When I see this card in a reading about someone's intentions, it tells me about their journey and where they are in their personal process. This person has been going through or has recently gone through some kind of transition in their life. They might be leaving behind old patterns, old relationships, old ways of being that were not working for them anymore. The Six of Swords shows someone in a boat being guided to the other shore. They are not there yet, but they are definitely in transit. They have made the decision to move forward, and they are in the process of that movement. What this means in the context of your reading is that this person needed to get to a certain place within themselves before they could approach you properly. They needed to do some internal work, some healing, some transitioning, and the good news is that they have been doing that work. The Six of Swords tells me they are well on their way to being ready for something new and healthy with you. I am sensing that this person might have had some baggage they needed to sort through. Maybe a past relationship that they needed to fully close the door on, or old emotional patterns they needed to recognize and change. The Six of Swords is about conscious movement towards better emotional territory. This person is actively choosing to leave behind what does not serve them, so they can show up for you in a clearer, healthier way. This card also speaks to me about clarity and peace of mind. The waters in the Six of Swords become calmer as the boat moves forward. This person is finding their peace. They are getting clear on what they want and what they are ready for. All that confusion and internal struggle we saw in the Eight of Swords is resolving. They are moving into a clearer mental and emotional space, and from that space, they will be able to approach you authentically. For you, Gemini, this is actually reassuring, because it means when this person does make their move, they will be coming from a good place within themselves. They will not be bringing a bunch of unresolved issues or unclear intentions. They are doing the work to be ready for something real with you. Card number 8 is Strength. And when this card appears, it always carries such powerful energy. Strength is not about physical force or domination. It is about inner strength, courage, patience, and the power that comes from gentleness and compassion. The traditional imagery shows a person calmly closing the mouth of a lion, demonstrating that true strength is about mastery of oneself, especially one's passions and fears. In the context of this reading, strength tells me that this person is gathering their inner courage to approach you. They are working with their own fears and doubts, taming their own anxieties. The lion in the Strength card can represent our primal emotions, our fears, our passionate desires. This person is learning to work with all of that internal energy, rather than being controlled by it or running from it. What I find particularly meaningful is that Strength is a card of patience and timing. It suggests that this person understands there is a right way and a right time to approach you, and they are exercising patience to get it right. They are not rushing in impulsively, even though they feel things strongly. They are taking the time to master their own emotional state so they can come to you from a place of strength rather than desperation or insecurity. Strength also tells me that this person has deep respect for you. The gentle approach shown in this card indicates that they want to honor you and your feelings. They do not want to come at you with aggressive energy or overwhelming intensity. They want to approach you in a way that allows you to feel safe and comfortable, in a way that respects your autonomy and gives you space to respond authentically. I am also getting that this person might be dealing with some vulnerability in making themselves known to you. It takes tremendous courage to expose your feelings to someone, to risk rejection, to put your heart on the line. Strength tells me this person is finding that courage within themselves. They are recognizing that vulnerability is not weakness, but actually a form of strength. Being able to say, I have feelings for you and I want to explore this with you, requires you to be strong enough to handle whatever response comes. For you, Gemini, strength in this position is a very positive sign because it indicates that when this person approaches you, they are going to do so with maturity and self-awareness. They are not going to be a mess of neediness or insecurity. They are going to come from a grounded place, which will make it much easier for you to see their sincerity and respond to it openly. Now we are at the 9th card and I drew the Ace of Swords. This is fascinating because the Ace of Swords is the card of mental clarity, truth, breakthrough, and clear communication. Aces always represent the purest form of their suit's energy, and in the suit of swords, which governs thought, communication, and truth, the ace represents the moment when everything becomes crystal clear. This card is telling me that a moment of absolute clarity is coming for this person regarding their feelings and intentions towards you. The fog is lifting. The confusion is dissipating. They are going to reach a point where they know exactly what they want, and they are going to be able to communicate it clearly to you. The Ace of Swords cuts through all the noise and gets straight to the truth. And the truth here is that this person wants to be with you, and they are going to tell you so. What I love about the Ace of Swords appearing in this reading is that it promises clear, honest communication. When this person does speak to you, there will be no games, no mixed messages, no ambiguity. The Ace of Swords is direct and truthful. They are going to lay their cards on the table and be transparent about their feelings and what they are looking for with you. As a Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, you will appreciate this directness and clarity. The Ace of Swords also represents a new way of thinking or a breakthrough realization. This person might have an aha moment where everything suddenly makes sense to them. They might suddenly see that their hesitation was unfounded, that the risk is worth taking, that you are worth pursuing. When the Ace of Swords brings this clarity, it often happens quite suddenly. One moment they are uncertain and the next moment they absolutely know what they need to do. I am also seeing the Ace of Swords as representing the conversation that is going to happen between you and this person. It is going to be a meaningful, honest, and potentially transformative conversation. Both of you will have the opportunity to speak your truth and really hear each other. The Ace of Swords creates space for authentic communication, where both people can express themselves without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. This card also suggests that you might have your own moment of clarity around this situation, Gemini. You might suddenly see this person in a new light or understand something about the dynamic between you that was not clear before. The Ace of Swords brings truth and understanding to everyone involved. The final card, the 10th card in your reading, is the King of Swords. And this is such a powerful card to end on because the King of Swords represents mastery, authority, clear thinking, and mature decision-making. Kings are the most developed and mature expressions of their suit, so the King of Swords is someone who has complete command of their mental faculties, who thinks clearly and logically, and who makes decisions based on truth and integrity. This card tells me that this person is stepping fully into their power when it comes to this situation with you. They are moving from uncertainty and hesitation into a place of confident decision-making. The King of Swords knows his own mind and trusts his own judgment. This person is reaching that level of clarity and confidence about their feelings for you and about what they want to do about those feelings. The King of Swords is decisive and action-oriented in an intellectual way. This person has thought things through thoroughly, and they have come to a conclusion. They have weighed the options, considered the possibilities, and made up their mind. When the King of Swords makes a decision, he acts on it with authority and confidence. So this person is not just going to maybe approach you or possibly say something. They are going to make a clear move and take definitive action. What I find particularly interesting about the King of Swords in this context is that it represents someone who communicates with authority and clarity. When this person speaks to you, they are going to be articulate and clear. They are not going to mumble or hedge or speak in vague terms. They are going to express themselves in a way that leaves no doubt about what they mean and what they want. The King of Swords does not waste words and does not speak unless he has something meaningful to say. This card also suggests that this person has done the mental work necessary to be ready for something real with you. They have thought about what a relationship with you would look like. They have considered how you fit into their life and how they could fit into yours. The King of Swords does not make emotional decisions without thinking them through, and the fact that he appears in your reading means this person has done that thinking and has concluded that pursuing something with you makes sense to them. For you as a Gemini, the King of Swords is an excellent energy because you value intelligence, good conversation, and mental compatibility. This person is showing up with all of that. They are bringing their best mental and communicative self to the table. They respect your intelligence, and they want to engage with you on that level. So Gemini, when I look at all 10 of these cards together, the story is remarkably clear and consistent. You have someone in your life who has genuine, deep feelings for you. They have been working through their own internal process, dealing with their fears and doubts, finding their clarity and courage. They have been in preparation mode, getting themselves ready mentally, emotionally, and practically to approach you and express their intentions. The cards are telling you that you do not need to do anything to make this happen. You do not need to chase, you do not need to hint, you do not need to create opportunities. This person is handling their own process, and they are going to come to you when they are ready. And based on these cards, that readiness is coming very soon. Everything is building towards this person, taking clear, decisive action to let you know how they feel and what they want with you. What I want you to take away from this reading is a sense of trust and patience. Trust that when someone has real feelings for you, they will find their way to expressing them. Trust that you deserve someone who does the internal work to show up for you properly. Trust that clarity is coming and you will not be left guessing or wondering. The energy here is positive and forward-moving. This person sees your value. They have real feelings for you, and they are gathering everything they need to come forward and express that. Your role right now is simply to continue being yourself, living your life, staying open to possibility but not obsessing over timing or outcomes. Let this person take the action that is theirs to take. I hope this reading gave you some insight and clarity about what is happening energetically around this situation. The cards were really clear and consistent in their message, which is always a good sign. There is genuine intention here and movement happening behind the scenes that you are about to become aware of. If you felt this reading resonated with you, or if you have experienced any of these energies in your own life, I would love to hear about it. And if you have questions about your own situation, or want to understand more about how these energies might be playing out for you specifically, let me know. Thanks for being here and trusting me with this reading. I am sending you so much positive energy as this situation unfolds for you.